Hi everybody, it's Ruby. Thanks for clicking on my video. My family was able to go to New York a few months ago, and I was really dragging my feet on posting this, but I wanted to post it because I want you guys to see what the New York Times Square Disney store looks like. I want to point out that this store, I recorded this right before Halloween, so you're not going to see a ton of the Christmas stuff that's there now. I have a friend that lives in New York, and they were telling me it's totally stocked up right now with the Christmas theming. So this store is going to show you mostly in this walkthrough just the Halloween items. So let's get straight into the merchandise that's available. There is a ton of New York specific merchandise that was available in this store. Obviously, it's Times Square. And I was able to find some of this stuff online, but a lot of it you could not get if you were in the store. I saw some specialized Spirit jerseys, I saw hats, and I saw a few other t-shirts and items like that that you can only get in the store. The pricing for it kind of varies, and I tried to identify some of the pricing on the pictures. For example, this hat was around $23, and there's a similar Mouseketeer hat that you can find online, but again, it doesn't say I live in New York, and it doesn't have that same theming. I thought this was really, really great. So New York has a lot of different sports teams. For football, we have the Giants and the Jets. We have the Mets and the Yankees for baseball. And then we have the Nets and the Knicks for basketball. Also the women's basketball team, the New York Liberty. They had special hats and special items for all of them, except for the women's team, unfortunately. Disney, do better. I would love to see a women's hat. But that was there. It was all around like $25 to $32, and it was a really, really nice hats. I liked that they had different Mickey Mouse items on the sides of them. Another thing I want to bring up about this store that is unique to this store is all of the, I guess, paintings and the items that are on the sides of the store. If you go into regular Disney stores, actually even some of the outlets have this as well, you'll see theming from the movies painted on the side. So you'll see Peter Pan in this store, you'll see Wreck-It Ralph. A lot of the new movie stuff has been captured in this store. And I didn't realize it was 2 stories until I was randomly looking for my husband and I couldn't find him, and I called him and he said he was upstairs. So this is actually the biggest Disney store in the United States of America. The biggest store in the world is located in Asia. It's not here, but it is a huge store. I would recommend if you go there, putting aside maybe 2 hours to go through the store. There's a lot of inventory, but there's also a ton of people. I mean, obviously, it's the biggest store in the States, so you're gonna see a lot of people in there taking pictures and kind of just looking at everything that they have. This is views from the escalator going from the first to the second floor, and I really liked this because in the woodwork you could see different characters from movies, whether it be the classic characters or the newer characters, from princesses to the classic 5 Disney characters. Bambi's right there as well. It was absolutely beautiful, and I love that they had the hanging lights from Tangled integrated into this. I wonder what it looked like actually before Tangled came out. I'm not sure, but maybe I'll try to look that up and see if I can get a picture of it. But again, it was actually just, you know, really refreshing to go and go upstairs and shop, and then you have this like transition period from the chaos of the bottom floor up until going to the second floor. It was a little bit calmer. I think maybe because some people didn't realize there was 2 stories, like I didn't realize. But it was really nice, really beautiful store, and I totally recommend, you know, going there, spending a lot of time in the store. I do want to note a couple things that on the first floor, that's where I saw a lot of the New York specific inventory and the things that were, you know, like this one right here, the Statue of Liberty, Minnie Mouse, the things that are just found in the store. That was all on the first floor. They had a little bit of Halloween stuff, but not that much. And then in the corners had the plush items, the sleeping Mickey and Minnie and all of the other characters. Those ranged from anywhere to $19 to like $32. And there was a lot of plush items there, probably the biggest amount I've ever seen, but that makes sense because it's like one of the biggest stores. Okay, so this is another view of right when you get up the stairs. Now, there was a little bit of New York items there, but most of it was things that I have seen online. I don't want to say in stores because, like I mentioned, the inventory here is just enormous. There was a lot of theming related to Up and the Pixar movies. There was some ornaments that I'll show you a little bit later that were available in the store. But the thing that really took my breath away about the upstairs area was the princess section. There's literally a castle with a chandelier hanging from the ceiling, and I'll show it to you in a few other clips, and it's huge. I mean, the castle area itself was like the size of some of the small stores that I've been in. And here's kind of like a rotated view of what it looked like. I mean, it was absolutely enormous, and it had some of the classic quotes on the sides of the walls, and then also you still have the same theming and characters that are painted in the different scenes from the different movies. Mary Poppins was on the wall as well, and I'll show you a picture of that in a little bit, but I just loved that. I mean, it's completely immersive, and if you have a little girl or a little boy who just loves princesses, they would absolutely love going and seeing this store. There was a little baby clearance section area like right by the cash register, and I was expecting more clearance items because it's a bigger store, but you know, maybe they like to hold more full price inventory here and send their sale items over to the outlets, who knows. But I did see a lot of the stuff I normally see in the regular outlets. They did have the ears that were priced pretty high actually compared to what I was able to find in my local outlets or the outlets in California. I showed that a little bit earlier, but you know, they had a lot of the same here, but not a lot of selection. So that leads me to believe they try to stock more of your full price inventory. But if you go during Black Friday, let me know, because that would definitely be something I think would be crazy, but also kind of cool to experience. There was a lot of Star Wars themed areas within the upstairs section as well. I mean, look at this huge full size, well, not full size, but huge miniature from the Star Wars franchise. Side note, if you are a Disney Plus member, The Mandalorian is absolutely amazing. I love watching that show. But if you are a Star Wars person and you like to geek out on that, you would definitely like this store. Here's that Mary Poppins scene when they're jumping off the rooftops, and then you can see Minnie and Mickey right there. There was 2 cash registers on the first and second floor, so this was located kind of right next to the second cash register that's upstairs. And then you can see some depictions from Toy Story here, and then a little bit of the castle from Aladdin. The Statue of Liberty, which was super awesome. I mean, they integrated that right into the theming as well, and I loved that. Here's your typical kids area. Now, this was a little bit more, I guess, larger in size, probably because there's probably more kids that come inside and watch movies and hang out while their parents shop. But this is located upstairs, and they had full movies going, not just your little clips, so that was kind of cool as well. My husband sat with the baby and watched TV for a little while I got to walk around and videotape. There was still a ton of Lion King inventory in the store, which, I mean, Lion King is a huge part of a lot of people's childhood from my generation, so I was happy to see that. But at the time, there wasn't a ton of ornament selection. Here's a little sneak peek of what I saw, and they pretty much had the same thing downstairs as well. If you're interested in ornaments, though, I would check out online because they're having their pre-Black Friday sale, and they should be having that 20% off in store if you do that and like to shop on the day after Thanksgiving. Here's some of their Nightmare Before Christmas items. And you know, it was really cool to see the Haunted Mansion stuff that I'm going to show you in a second. I thought that that was going to be more exclusive to the parks because I didn't see that in a lot of my Disney stores locally, but they had it in the New York store. That was awesome. I didn't buy anything there as far as that goes, but they did have some really cool stuff. And it was really nice to see the anniversary items up close and personal, especially this dress. It's super creepy, but I love it. It's really great. Well guys, I'm getting to the end of my video. I want to thank you for watching, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I do a lot of cruise videos and a lot of videos on just our family travel. Well anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later, and have a great holiday.